Hello, you guys. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm already feeling my heart race. I'll tell y'all, I watched this stuff all night and I actually didn't even see them all. And as I'm pulling them up right now, I'm like, whoa, there's others I didn't see. And these are okay, so whoa, I'm getting like right into it, but Harmony Montgomery has been missing for a couple years now. Okay, she was last seen around. The last time her mother seen her was, let me see, I got to pull up something to give you guys the exact details. I know in some of these, Adam claims to have last seen her Thanksgiving 2 years ago. When these are filmed, but she was missing quite a while. Her mom is who did raise alarm bells, said she had last seen her sometime before Easter. I know that she had talked to her about some Easter stuff. This little girl was missing for a very long time, though, before anybody paid attention. And she was supposed to be, in state's custody, at least at one point. So, hey, Sonia. Yeah, everything's okay. Just got back from a road trip, which is a little stressful when it's moving, but hey, Michelle. Oh, I know exactly what you mean, Michelle. Hey, Incognito Gypsy. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Hey, Luana. Mom saw her. Yep, the baskets. You're right, Kristen. Wait till you guys see these, though. So let me see the exact details. He makes a few different claims in these. He claims at one point her mom has her. It's crazy. November 28th to December 10th. Thank you, Michelle. Was that the next? Hold on. Hey, LFT. I've done several videos on it, and if you go back, I know when I first reported on it, I reported on, the facts that we had at that time. Woofy! Hello. So good to see you. Let me see. Woofy, be prepared to have like a lot of rage. Hello. Yeah, and now this is now a murder case. We know last time that we talked about this, police said this is now a murder investigation. I think we all feared that, but to hear it like definitively. Yes, she disappeared sometime between November 28th and December 10th of 2019, but police did not hear of her disappearance until 2021, I think. Hold on, let me see. The article's loading. We heard the end of last year, I think. Let's see. Yeah, for more than 2 years. So we heard about it, the end of last year, end of 2021, beginning of 2022 was when they were down there at the apartment searching. They removed the refrigerator. They went through looking under in the sewers and that kind of stuff. Hey, Christine. Oh, Gypsy, don't you? I'm telling you, I'm gonna kill somebody for going after Woofy. I will. I will legitimately. Like that's like kind of like how somebody goes after your kids, you turn into a crazy person. Well, don't go after my best friends either, because I just will be so done with you for the rest of forever in any way, shape, or form. And I am just ugh. Hey, Lil Wing. So, anyways, let's see. At this point, Harmony's remains have not yet been located, but we do have multiple sources of investigative information, including just recently confirmed biological evidence that has led us to this difficult and tragic conclusion. This is when they announced that it was going to be a homicide investigation. So we're going to start going through these body cams and these interviews. Adam, oh my God, he's such an ass. And his accent, he has that Boston accent. So just wait. I've watched the interview. I've watched the sit down interview. I've watched the body cam where the police pull them over and then the detectives show up and they do like a little interview. And this is a detective who knew Adam from his time in like a mental hospital, right? And this detective kind of looked out for him. So you'll see he's using that to try to talk to him. Fuck with me all day long, I don't care, but not my family and friends. Yes, that's exactly how I am. Yes, and we certainly don't mess with our Woofy. Oh, yes, we do. You guys are the best. Have you watched the interview, Christine? Have the damn t-shirt. No kids and no wolves. Okay, here we go. We're going to start here. I actually found this little channel last night. So I found the sit-down interview at the police station from a news network. But I don't know why that's doing that. This channel is where I found the body cam footage of them outside of the car. I want to start here for just a second, though, so I can see that they immediately get right into Harmony. So in this interview, we're going to skip to like 15 minutes. Then we'll do the sit down. But this is just a quick 10-minute thing. This is the one I have not seen out of everything we're watching. And yeah, they get right into Harmony. So I want to click on that. That's a different, yeah. So let's just go through this, hang out, and talk some smack about this fool together. I can't with him. Okay.
So that's paperwork that's saying you gotta give up custody of your kid. Harmony. No, just being served it. So you're gonna have to produce where all that, where your daughter's at. We're gonna be taking your phone. It's not my phone. Okay, but it's ours now. So.
Whoa, he got right into it. This is paperwork that you are losing custody of your daughter, Harmony. You must produce the stuff listed in that paperwork, including the phone. He says it's not my phone, and the guy said it's ours now.
You know how to get a hold of me if you decide you want
You
to come down and
sorry son of a bitch.
But I think you need to do the right thing and kind of have more of a conversation with me. So we're going to figure this out one way or another. It's not going away. It's going to get really fucking big real quick. And it's not going to be good if we get on the wrong side of it. You know what I mean?
So I don't think I thought about that too, Christine, but I don't think they did, because if you see, he uses the phrase, I have nothing left to say. I have nothing left to say. And he says it a couple times. When they do, when he says that, they say, well, so you don't want to save your daughter. You don't care about where she's at, things like that. Right. And then he goes to, of course I do. Well, the very second he says he wants a lawyer, they close their stuff up and they leave. So I think where he's like, that's just, I don't know. I don't think that exact phrase will qualify, because all he says is, I have nothing else to say. And then he says, am I being arrested? They're like, he says that several times at the traffic stop behind the car too. At one point, the dude's like, how many times are you going to ask me? Oh, I know, Gypsy. You guys, oh, trust me. I know. Let's get our smack on with this asshole. I love y'all. I guess they are waiting for a judge to make the call, so maybe not. Well, you know what? So they had court the other day, and Adam was asking for all of this to be thrown out. That brought it up into the court, that brought it up to go into the record at that point, right? And then the judge obviously didn't do that, or it would have been suppressed. Well, so I feel like if it would have been an issue, maybe they would have said something then, but I don't know. You could be right. I did definitely think about that, and you guys will see that'll be the next. It'll be not this one.
You've gone down this road before.
Yep.
You know how to get a hold of me, all right? You're free to go. I'll take that. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, so that's it. Now let me share this channel with you guys. Curious why the body cam continues for so long, if that is it.
Yeah, text me the case number and her name and picture.
That way I can have like some more PC we'll do a search warrant on this phone.
Okay, so that would still be quite interesting to watch, but I want us to watch mostly the Adam stuff right now. The cops talking to each other, though, behind the scenes is interesting as well. Hey, allegedly. How are you? We got a lot of stuff in Harmony's case. Hey, Princess Megan Elsa. We got a lot of footage to watch and go over. Well, not a lot. I mean, there's like a 45-minute interview, but I've got some timestamps so we can skip through some of that at the back of the car. And then the police interview, I do think it's important to kind of listen to that from start to finish. I think I did it like 3 times because I kept falling asleep last night. I was so tired. So that would be not this one, but we will go here now. And I'm going to skip to about 15 minutes because what happens in the beginning are the regular officers, find him and tell him there are some detectives that want to come speak with you. So you're being detained. You're not being arrested, but you have to stay here and wait to hear what they have to say. Come on now. Why are you doing that?
So my sergeant knows you. Apparently you used to rip and run and you've been nothing but cooperative with me. All right. And I appreciate that. You guys want to talk to
So here's the detectives pulling up that want to talk to him. He's like, the one guy knows you, blah, 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 blah. So.
It might behoove you to answer some of their questions, Hang right here for now. You used to get after it a little bit? Yeah. Slow down or?
Yeah. Okay, I'm putting the channel that has all these in the chat right now. Allegedly, I know.
I haven't for a while. I mean, you don't look like you're torn up. I haven't for a while.
Oh, yay. I'm so glad too. And I just wish we would I just wish they would find her. I find that so sad. And then I have to wonder, them searching the sewers and stuff, it just leaves thoughts in your mind that are not, it's just not, I don't know. You guys know what I mean. Hey, who said what? Hey, Broken Justice. We're just waiting for the cops to come over.
Am I under arrest? No, you don't have any warrants. All right, I got nothing to say.
Adam, right? Montgomery? Yeah. Do you remember me from the Elliott Hospital from a while back, man?
Yeah, I got nothing to say.
So there's the guy that helped him out at the hospital. That's why he says that. Now he's going to use that to his advantage to try to make Adam talk to him. And he does. And it works. Because there's a few times where he's like, I don't even want to talk to y'all. And then he's like, well, and he starts talking about rehab for a second. So just watch.
So, hey, man, the only thing we're trying to figure out is where harm is, okay? So, the concern is that you guys are sick, right? You're not in trouble. Nobody said you're losing your daughter, okay? So I want to make that clear. So, you know, I have a body tomorrow, too, just like everybody else is going on to do. So you just need to find out where she is. That's all I'm concerned about. You're not in any trouble right now that I know of. Okay. We have no warrants. Okay. So, where's your daughter so we can check on her to make sure that she's okay? Right now, I have nothing to say about it. But that's not what I'm just asking. Okay, I have nothing to say.
What kind of parent with a missing child out there would be like this unless you were involved? You know what I mean? There's just, to me, I don't know. Oh, it's so frustrating. It's infuriating. Hey, Roxanne.
So you don't care how if your daughter's okay?
I do. I listen. I have nothing to say.
Is your daughter?
If I'm under arrest, you guys can arrest me.
I'm not saying you're not.
Okay, I have nothing to say. Then.
You just don't care how your daughter.
I do. Obviously, I do. My kid. Yeah. About all my kids. Yeah, but other than that, I have nothing.
I remember.
He says, oh, so you just don't care about your daughter. I do. Obviously, I do. I love all my kids. I just have nothing to say. So he's going to go into, I remember you talked about him at the hospital. And that's kind of where he pivots to try to keep him talking. And it does work a little bit. But this dude, oh my God, he just infuriates me.
At the Elliott, because when you were up there, you don't remember me, John. I do remember. You do? Yeah. Okay. So I was there to help you out then. I want to make sure you're doing okay.
I know you do. I know you will.
And I have a job to do. Like I said, you're not in trouble. I'm telling you dead ass right now, you're not in trouble. Okay. I care about how you're
Yes,
doing.
allegedly.
My job
exactly.
is to check on kids, right?
John, I appreciate that. I told you. I remember you from up there. I don't have nothing else to say.
Why are you so hesitant to tell me where she is? Are you worried about her mom and like what she's trying to do?
And I'm just not going to say anything else. Last time I said anything to the police, she came back, tried to stop me.
But here's the thing: you have custody of her, right? Right. So.
Wow. Good point, cop. Wait a minute. Aren't you the one who has custody of her? Because here in a minute, you're going to say her mama has her, but you were given custody and her mom was not. And we'll get in, and he will kind of explain that more in the sit-down interview, but.
What would you be doing wrong if you have custody of her and she's in a safe place? You know what I mean? So you didn't do anything wrong. If you're telling me that she's in your custody, there's paperwork that says she's supposed to be in your custody, right? She's not supposed to be in mom's custody, right?
In mom's custody.
She's not in mom's custody.
She can be in mom's custody. He said she's not in mom's custody because mom's the one ringing the alarm bell. So go ahead. It's like the Lori Vallow thing. Lori Vallow claims JJ and Ty Lee are at JJ's grandma's. JJ's grandma's the one who called us. Dummy.
She's not accusing you of doing anything wrong, but she's worried about her daughter. So
oh, my sluggish sleuth.
That out in court is up to you guys. But like I said, you have custody of her. You didn't do anything wrong because you have custody of her. So I just need to know that she's okay. If she's okay, I can say, hey, DCYF, she's fine. Like, we know where she is. We check on her. Cool. Like, that's the end of it. And I don't have to bother you anymore. You and your girl can go on your way as long as I know where she is and she's safe.
I have so many thoughts about that fridge. It's just how eerie. The last thing we hear, police are doing a search at the apartment complex. We see a fridge being taken and we see them in the sewer. It's like, oh my God. Yes, I'll try to turn it up. Let's see. I can turn it up a little bit. Can't even imagine what he did to her. He was such a mean man just in general. Yes, he was. He was, not only had he been in trouble for being violent to other people, but, the claims of him being violent to her. beating her face around the house. What does he say? He bashed her head around the house because she wasn't watching her baby brother, keeping him from like throwing a fit and stuff. Excuse me? I've looked over this case with a fine-tooth comb. I'm from the area. When you get a chance, look up the footbridge, 2-minute walk from Guilford Street address. I'm going to write this down. Now, is there any, like, would that explain some of this, them being in the sewer? He is pure evil, Gypsy. Gypsy, what is the vibe you feel hearing his voice, seeing him, and watching him in this? And in the next one, too, that's the one that, I think says they both actually say a lot. I want to know how you feel like.
All I really care about.
The footbridge.
But Adam, why are you so concerned that I want to check on your daughter? I have nothing else to say, Bob. I can't even be a man to answer me that? I can't. You guys want to arrest me? I'm not trying to arrest you, man. I'm just trying to make sure your kid's okay. Okay, I have nothing else to say. Can you assure me that your daughter's okay? Yeah. Do you know where she is? Yeah. Okay. Is she with family? Can you I'm done answering questions. If you want to arrest me, Adam, John, come on. Adam, I got nothing else to say. I'm not trying to arrest you. Did I tell you I was trying to arrest you? No, you didn't. But if you're trying to, all right. But I have nothing else to say. So if you're gonna arrest me after that, then arrest me. I'm not, man. I'm just trying to check on your kid. That's all I'm trying to do. All right.
Thank you, officer, for being a decent human being and not giving up with this douchebag. Keeps trying. Oh, he says at one point, dude, I couldn't sleep last night because I kept thinking about Harmony. Basically, like, how do you sleep at night?
If you tell me she's with family or she's with, like, my mom, my dad, she's down in Florida, like, all I need to know is that. And you're on your way, man. I just need to know she's okay. I'm not saying I'm going to take her and bring her to your ex. I'm not saying that. I just want to make sure she's okay. I promise you that.
Wow, Michelle.
Like, I will shake your hand and tell you that, man to man, that is what I'm trying to do, is make sure your daughter's okay. I know your other kids are okay because I was over talking to Kayla. Yeah, I know. And your kids are okay, man. I know they are. They're running around like wild animals, but they're okay. But like Harmony, I don't know where she is. Mom's concerned. DCYF is concerned. If you can get DCYF your back, wouldn't you want to do that? Like, do you want DCYF trying to track you down? I mean, I'll deal with DCYF, man. Like, I don't. But they're gonna ask you the same thing. Do you want to keep dealing with them?
This is actually quite rare that we get like this much conversation with definitely a huge suspect in the case. Surprised he's not been charged with murder yet. Considering it's a murder investigation. And yeah, I think they'll just wait until they have as much evidence as possible, and maybe waiting to try to find her, because without that, it makes it extremely difficult. However, they do have biological evidence. That's why they're now claiming that it's a murder. But to have like this glimpse, and there's a lot. There's like, I didn't realize I hadn't seen everything. So to have this much to kind of comb through, look at, and dissect is really rare, and it's really cool. I'm glad that we got it. Like before even charges, and you know what I mean.
I'm just gonna. You've been around the block. You're not an idiot. All right, I get that, but I have nothing else to say, John. I'm under arrest. I told you not to. All right, so I want to keep going. I was going to go. I know you want to go, but I just want to figure out where your daughter is. Why is that such a
good point? Angie, the police officer cares more than he does. And you are okay. You're not throwing me off. We're just chatting about the case, and we're going to hang for a bit and go through these. So yeah, no worries. I have not seen that where she talks about what they found down there. Where can I find that?
All right, so can we, we're going.
Sluggish Sleuth.
All right, so I have nothing else to say. So you don't want to tell us where your daughter's at? I have nothing else to say, John. That's it. It's a yes or no thing. You don't want to tell us where your daughter's at? I have nothing else to say, John. I'm under arrest. I'd like to go.
But just from our perspective, my man, it just seems a little strange that you don't want to tell us where she is.
All right, I got nothing else to say to you guys.
Don't you?
hurt? No. Okay.
Wait a minute. Hear that?
So she's
Like, you don't want to tell us where she is.
all right. I
Wait.
got nothing else to say to you guys.
Don't you?
hurt?
Is she hurt? He says, no.
Okay. So she's alive. Well, your daughter's alive? Yeah.
Did you see that? I'm going to rewind it just a second. I want you to watch him. He's like, so she's alive. And he's almost taken aback that he even says that, right? He's like, huh? Oh, his body language is so interesting to me right here.
Okay. So she's alive. What? Your daughter's alive? Yeah. You're sure? I'm positive.
Remember, he says remember this because he says he is positive. He's sure he's positive she's alive.
You're like, swear on your life. I swear on my life.
Me too, Cray.
When's the last time you saw her alive?
Yeah, you can say the channel or either one or send it to my email.
You can assure me that she's alive.
It's on the bottom of the screen.
I have nothing else to say, guys. I really don't. I have nothing else to say to you guys. But you can tell me, like, that. You can look me right in the eye and tell me that she's alive. She's alive. You know for a fact. I have nothing else to say. Okay. And when's the last time you saw her alive? All right. I have nothing else to say.
But Adam, with that question, you see where our concern is at. You get what I'm saying?
If nobody has seen her in like 2 years, they're saying, like alive. Like I talked to your family. Nobody's even seen her either. Your family. I know they're all down in Florida. They're concerned too, man. Like I talked to like your brother, talked to your uncle, talked to your grandma. We talked to a lot of people, man. I'm not just fucking around with this. Like, all right. So like,
This is extremely serious, douchebag. Nobody's seen her for 2 years. And you're going to look me in the eye and literally say you are sure she is not injured. She's fine. She's alive.
Understand, like, people stopped you, like they had.
But you don't want to talk about where she's at.
All right. Like, I need to know that you saw your daughter alive recently. Did you see her? Have you seen her last time? Recently? Why not? You're her dad. You fucking love your kids, right? Yeah. So why the fuck wouldn't you see your kids? I haven't been around here, man. I've been in Maine. I understand you've been in Maine. I know you've been up there. I talked to the sheriffs up there. I talked to her parents. All right, I got nothing else to say. So your daughter's not up in Maine because we can establish she's not in Maine. So she's definitely around here somewhere. Is that right? I'm done talking, guys. Dude, I know you're a good dad. All right, I know that too. All right, I'm done talking.
I know you're a good dad. He said, I know that too. This cop, I know he's just he's actually doing a pretty good job. Like, I like him, but just hearing him say that just turned my stomach the first time and that time.
Why are you so concerned about her? Why don't you want?
Oh my God, Michelle, you know they do.
Why don't you want me to know where you're? I'm not talking to the police anymore, man. I got nothing else to say to you guys anymore.
But you see why we're concerned. Nobody's seen her.
I
in
get
2
that,
years.
but I have nothing to say. So like,
Y'all are funny.
right now, like either you guys are gonna arrest me or not. Why do you think I'm gonna arrest you? I don't know, because there's 6 cops standing out here for no reason. But Adam,
Hey, Lips.
all right, look at me now, man. All right, I'm done talking, buddy. I gave you my word.
Darkness exposed. Thank
I'm
you.
done talking, that's it. You gave me your word. I'm not under arrest. Okay, then I would like to go. I did. Okay. I'm trying to help you out, man. I'm not trying to jam you up. But you know I have a job. I understand you do. I get that. But so
thank you.
You're so like adamant that you don't want to tell me where your daughter is, so I can at least check on you. All right. I have nothing to say, guys. Like, cause I'm done talking. So like, if I'm not under arrest, then I would like to go. That's it. Just sad, man, that I can't even check on your daughter.
Let's see.
Okay. I have nothing else. Like, you're telling me she's okay, but I want to see it. Okay, I have nothing else to say though right now. What the hell's your plan now? What the fuck is looking at a car? Yeah.
What the hell's your plan now?
Well, I'm planning on going to a program. Trying to do it around here. Yep. Were you over at Hope for Recovery on Wilson Street a little bit? I was at GRC.
See how he uses like his kind of already formed relationship. You know, I say that with, it's not actually a relationship, but you get, you know, they're already formed relationship that they have, and then he's using that, and he's trying to keep him talking, which it works for a minute, because he does say a few more things. He's got to get him off the subject for a second.
Oh, they go down there for, okay. Why don't they just go down there? I don't know. They have a resource center in Manchester. They do classes every day. All right. Okay. Yeah. So it's called GRC. What's that stand for?
You told me you hadn't used an old.
Hey, beautiful lips. I'm going to try and give a piece of that info today. You want to talk first? Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Dallas. Good morning. The horse pond. Angie, so his wife, Kayla, has their, I think, 3 other children, but I believe they have a no contact order, which is why he's hanging out with this chick that he's with. Yeah, after this, Lips, you should call me. Okay. Hey, Aurora.
A bit. You don't look too banged up.
No, I don't, but I don't want to stay in a car.
Yeah, I got you.
What's it called? Yeah, that was like in the springtime, and then I got the other.
I think I actually clip it. Hold on. I took a screenshot of where we could go next.
Not bad, man. Like, I know you're having a tough time.
Here.
The security guys were kind of assholes. I know we had a good relationship. That's why I wanted to come out here and talk to you. So, I'm sorry that you're dealing with the shit, but here it sounds like there's a fight with your daughter. I don't know what the hell's going on right now. Is this girl? Good. Better than here.
Yeah, they kind of small talk for a minute, and it was actually at 30.
I shit show that. Yeah, I got out of the hospital and went back over there and fucking feel it didn't want me again. That sounds like a toxic relationship. Yeah. Just kind of, is that both of you or kind of her? It was just me because I was on drugs.
Said he hadn't used for a couple months. Bullshit. You can see it. I can see it. I can barely see his face, and I can see it all over his face. I promise you. It's been not a couple months. He still has the hollowed out looking eyes. Just a healthy person. He doesn't look healthy, so I don't believe that.
You may run into the guys up there, sheriffs up in Maine at all? Not me, no. No, her though. She got in trouble. No, she wasn't in trouble either, man. They came 2 years ago. You guys stopped talking. I don't even want to say nothing anymore, man. I really don't. What did you guys say like 2 years ago?
Let's see.
Better. I only met her once, so I don't know if that woman is kind of woman she's crazy. When's the last time? I don't know her that well. I know you better, so that's why the bells and whistles start going off and people fall up. You know what I mean?
Hold on, let's see. So he's talking about Crystal here. Sorry, I just want to make sure. This is kind of where we get back into harmony. He tries to play like this role. Pay attention to this, like, and let me know what you think. I feel like he's trying to make him think Crystal could be to blame or know where harmony is. Like he almost acts like he believes that. However, I don't believe he really does believe that. I think that's just like one of his tactics, but
Your ex, Crystal.
good morning, Diane. Oh, thank you, Lips.
So that's the bells and whistles start going off and people fall up. You know what I mean? So I don't know her that well. I know you better. I only met her once, so I don't know what type of woman is. What kind of woman is she? She's crazy.
See?
Had to talk to her 2 years ago.
No joke.
What happened 2 years ago? You guys stopped talking. I don't even want to say nothing anymore, man. I really don't. What did you guys have, like another blowout? No.
No, I'm not in Florida, and he's on probation.
She wanted to see her kid.
Registry help. There's no probation
What's so bad about it that you don't want her to see? I let her see it.
Okay.
Like,
No, I cannot.
Here is where he starts to tell one version of where Harmony went. Okay. You can't hardly hear him, but when he's pay attention, he'll say, like, she wanted to see her kid. And then the cop says something. He's like, I let her see her. So he starts to say that, like, the last time he seen Harmony, he gave her to her mama because he was living in his car and yada, yada, yada. So,
Florida, any confirmation?
she wanted to see her kid.
What's
so bad about it that you don't want her to see? I let her see it. Oh, you did? Yeah. Like in person or like? Yeah. And then it was just not a good visit. I get nothing else to say, John. Right well, now. Hey, if she did something wrong, I want to know. I can't. Right? If Crystal's like doing something stupid, like I want to know that. She's supposed to be with Crystal. So she's supposed to be with Crystal. Yeah.
see? So she's supposed to be with Crystal. Yeah. Now that is not true. Crystal lost custody of her. That's why this fool ended up with that baby. Okay? But he right here, no wonder he wanted this to go away. Pretty interesting.
So if she's supposed to be with Crystal, where? Help me out. If Crystal screwed up, I need to know that. I don't know. I can't say nothing else. I have no idea. And you guys, the way you guys rolled up here on me, no, I don't. Dude, you have a pass, okay? Okay. And like I'm not judging you because I've met you before. But I've been out for years. But other people don't know that. Okay.
Like I told you, man, I didn't know you. You know, I've never met you before.
I believe this was December 31st. After it's done, I'll tell you. Oh, yeah, it says right here, December 31st.
All right, look, John, I got something else to say, man. But if she's supposed to be with Crystal, I need some ideas of like what the hell Crystal did to you. You're telling me that you didn't. You're telling me she's fine, right? That's what you told me. Yep. Okay. You said that you've seen her somewhat recently. I guess. You know that she's not dead. I got nothing else to say, man. Are we going? Am I under arrest? Dude, how many times do you have? Well, come on, John, because I want to go. Go talk to Crystal. I did talk to her. Go talk to her again. Who does she have down there as a kid? She's got to have family down there, right? She has to.
Go talk to her again. Listen to this guy. This part, I could not believe him. He's like, go talk to her again. The cop's like, she's got to have family down there, right? Crystal, Harmony's mom, like, dude, she's got to have family down there, right? Maybe they're with family. And Adam's like, has to. Like, really trying to play into it. Listen to his tone right there. It's infuriating. Crystal lost custody to go to treat. She went to get treatment.
Go talk to Crystal. I did talk to her. Go talk to her again. Who does she have down there as a kid? She's got to have family down there, right? She has to, right? Yep. So, she's got good family hiding her from her? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no clue. Is her family not like that? No. Where's Crystal living right now? Down in Mass? Yeah. I don't know. Don't tell me where. Don't tell me the address, but where? Where's she living? Who's she living with? Oh, she's living not too far down past New Hampshire. No, I know where she's living. She's got to be in Havel or Lowell or Lawrence or one of them shithole areas.
Oh, what the hell did I just do?
She's supposed to be up there legal. So you can see my, you know what I mean? Like, absolutely. Like you're telling me, no, I don't have it. She's saying, I don't have it. Where the fuck is she? You know what I mean? Like, dude, if somebody said, I haven't seen a kid in 2 years, would you understand why I would be concerned? Of course I would. Absolutely I would.
See him, like, he's almost playing into Crystal's done something. He's concerned. He just don't want to talk to them because the way they approached him was so disrespectful. And like he says, like, you know, oh, he just makes me so mad. My brain doesn't even think straight.
After that, I don't know what to say after that.
See?
But if you know she's alive and you've seen her recently or like sometime recently, like maybe not.
Now remember what he said. I told you guys, remember this. He said, I have seen her recently, I know she's alive. She's not hurt. For sure, he's seen it. Now listen here.
Like in the last month or two. But dude, I just want to know that she's okay, man. It's like I didn't sleep at all last night, knowing that like I could have a kid.
Oh,
That go talk to Crystal. Why would Crystal know where she's at and not tell me that? Why would she blame you? Well, not blame you, but like say you're supposed to. Why would she say that? To me, it just doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
Like, my mind
I
is
know.
just-
I know. I lost my house a few years ago
Which house?
on Guilford Street.
Okay.
All right. We moved out of there.
Your grandma lived there, right?
My grandmother and my uncle and everybody moved to Florida
I heard that.
Okay. months and months prior to that.
Gotcha.
We moved out. Sheriffs came, threw us out. Me, my daughter, and my two sons.
now,
And Crystal hit me up, wanted to see Harmony.
Okay.
And it was like right around Thanksgiving sometime.
Okay.
2 years ago. And she came and picked her up.
Thanksgiving time?
Yeah.
Of what year?
2019.
Okay. And you were fine with it, just taking her.
We were living in a car. She was 5 or 6 years old at the time. Yeah. Like
oh my God.
Did you know where she was staying down there?
No.
But she was down in Mass.
Yes.
So, but you said since then you've seen.
No.
So you said since then you've seen her. No. Well, you fucking idiot. Excuse my language, y'all. He just pisses me off. 20 minutes ago, you said you seen her recently and she was certainly for sure 100% alive.
Which one? Crystal or Harvey?
Ugh.
I think you just told me earlier that you know she's
Y'all, I'm sorry. Sometimes I cuss like a sailor. I have a dirty ass mouth. I mean, worse than a sailor. I just do. And that's just, I'm sorry. I know some of you guys don't like that or appreciate it, whatever. And sometimes it just comes out. And I don't censor words over here because of YouTube and different things like that. I don't want to do that. At some point, if maybe I will, but I just don't want to do that. I like to keep things just completely 100 with you guys. So it is what it is. I do apologize though if y'all think it's rude or don't like it, but I don't think I can stop.
Well, I'm assuming, man. Like, I'm assuming. Like, it was 2 weeks ago, man.
Why didn't you just tell me that? If you have nothing to do with this, why the fuck didn't you just tell me that?
Because the way you guys
Oh,
are
thanks,
asking
Mark.
questions, man,
Dude,
I don't want.
I'm not. You met me before.
I know.
I helped you out that time.
I know you did.
I'm not being a dick.
Okay, Michelle.
I'm just trying to help out your family.
I know.
Because I have your family.
Crazy.
I know.
So, like, if you know what the kid is, that's all I need to know. I just want to put eyes on her. You, Crystal, nobody's in trouble. All I care about is putting eyes on your daughter to make sure she's safe. And I'll even call you afterwards and let you know that she's fine.
All right. Well, I have nothing else to say.
So you say that Crystal came out to pick her up.
Yes.
Who else was around when that happened?
Like, did he forget at the beginning of the interview? He said she's definitely alive. I've recently seen her. Now it's haven't seen her for 2 years. Bro, you have custody by the state. Her mother lost custody. You're just digging yourself deeper and deeper. And no wonder your attorneys and you wanted so badly these videos to be, thrown out. And they're not. Just let's keep listening.
Whoever drove her up here.
No, like, who were you with?
Let me just say though, I want to put the channel that I found this body cam on in the chat. I really appreciate True Crime Replay, and they have all kinds of the videos over there. Even the one that I had seen originally on the news. So if you guys are interested in going through and watching some of this yourself again or whatever, or you don't have time to stay or whatever, here you go. Hey, Hev. I wonder what these cops were thinking. Just, you go, girl. At least you keep it real. Thank you, Aussie Gardner. Appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. Already went and subbed out of respect for watching his vids here. Oh, sweet. Thank you. And the mods can drop your channel, allegedly. Decipher Podcast, of course. Incognito Gypsy. And, I don't want to miss anybody. Lips, of course. Y'all know if somebody comes in the chat, you know, I want to share all of y'all that I love's channel, so you guys will know.
When she came and picked her up, whoever drove her, no, nobody. Whoever drove her. So you were by yourself. You weren't with
My kids.
was Kayla with you then?
Caleb is either with me or at work.
She came and picked up your daughter.
Yes.
So you haven't seen your daughter in 2 years.
No.
That's not concerning.
It is, but I mean, at the time, I had no way to get a hold of. I had no way to get a hold of Crystal. She changed her phone number. She blocked me on Facebook.
Okay, it is concerning, but at that time I had no way to get a hold of Crystal. Number one, you're just pathetic to even say that. Anybody out there who is a parent, you know, I don't give a damn. I don't care if phones were not a thing. I would find a way to get a hold of whoever had my baby. I just cannot, like, oh my God, it makes no sense. I would not stop until I did. Matter of fact, they wouldn't go with somebody that I couldn't get a hold of later. I just find him to be so damn ridiculous right now. And it's really, you know, it's all fun and games, yada, yada, whatever. The point, but it's bullshit because there's a little baby at the other end of this. And I just can't wait to see him stay where he's at for a long time because of what he's done. It's really frustrating to watch him be so nonchalant. Oh, yeah, I just, you know, I couldn't get a hold of her. She blocked me on Facebook. And okay, so you go there. You don't stop until you do. Then you contact police. You contact whoever. There is no way in hell. I don't know. And you guys that are parents, you know what I'm saying. It makes no sense.
Facebook.
When's the last time she reached out?
Exactly.
He's no longer being
You
supervised.
still have her blocked?
He's really
I don't have
truthfully
her
honest.
blocked.
I love you, Michelle.
I really don't use it, but I have Facebook Messenger.
Oh, Roxanne.
I was for a while.
Thank you,
I lost
Aussie.
my phone. We both just. She broke her phone, and I lost my phone somewhere. I have no idea where it is.
Thank you, Incognito Gypsy. Love you. Hey, MJ.
Whose car is this?
It's her grandfather, but
Melissa, we're watching Harmony Montgomery's dad just look like a damn fool. He's already told 2 different stories in 30 minutes of where Harmony's at or if she's okay, or actually 2 different stories about when he last saw Harmony. And recently, like last week, I think, either last week or the week before last, he went to court and his lawyer was asking that all these body cams be like thrown out of court, but they wanted them like not available for anyone to see. And I guess based on the fact maybe that he did say he didn't want to talk or he's done talking to you, but he didn't ask for an attorney and then he continued to talk. So that's probably why the judge didn't do it. It was a really long hearing and I didn't watch it all. But so that's what we're watching. It's really fucking infuriating. Oh, thank you, Sluggish Sleuth.
I'm trying to figure it out. Like that. Like that's the full game plan. She might have been back to when she was at when I first met her. Which one was she at?
Y'all are funny.
Is that on the west side? Right across the street from the natives. Oh, okay. Yeah. And which natives are you talking about?
Oh, welcome, Aussie Gardner. Thank you. Ooh, by the way, I actually am gonna upload. It's gonna take like damn forever to load unless I maybe could do it on StreamYard. Anyways, I'm going to upload a members only like video of my trip, of a bunch of pictures and stuff I took of West Virginia. And especially like it's so pretty this time of year. I mean, the leaves are changing. This one bush in my front yard, it used to be like lime green. And now it's like deep, deep purple. But there's one stripe of lime green like going through it. It's just, I took so many pictures. So I want you guys to see. Oh, thank you, Aussie. Appreciate you guys. Look who's here, MJ.
One right up the street. One on like drops down.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Wasn't it Guilford Street that had the smell? I went through the police reports with you guys, but I cannot remember. I believe that because that was yeah, that was where they went before they ever. Correct me if I'm wrong though.
So, just so I'm clear, so you're telling me that Crystal picked up
Yes, I can't wait. LFT.
2 years ago, Thanksgiving time, with some other guy. Guy or girl?
I assume it was a guy.
And where did they pick her up? Was it at Guilford Street? Was it somewhere else?
No, because we were out of the house somewhere right around there.
And, you know what kind of car she was in?
I think it was white. I think it was white.
Bless this cop's heart for even still trying to get. That was the last time.
You can promise me that I'm not to do it.
Dude, the way you're asking me it, man, it just seems crazy. Yeah.
But you can promise me that I'm not to do it.
He said something, and you can promise. I don't know the very first word, but then it was, you can promise me nothing's happened to her.
Dude, the way you're asking me it, man, it just seems crazy.
If she's saying she doesn't have her, and you're telling me you don't have her, that's all I know. Did anything happen to her? Did something happen to her and people got scared and she was like, dead?
Oh my God.
But how can you be certain of that?
No,
I seen her 2 years.
I have no idea.
Yeah, how can you be certain when you haven't seen her for 2 years, dude? You told us at the beginning, you know she's safe for sure. She's okay. She's alive. And now you haven't seen or heard from her for 2 years. You drop your baby off with somebody and you don't even call them, and they block you on Facebook and you're just like, meh, can't get in touch with them. I'm blocked. Oh, well, do. Come on, man. That's just...
We can't have any idea either, you know what I mean? That's why we're, hey, you can smoke a cigarette, I don't care. That's why we're upset. And I feel like you should be upset about that too, if you haven't seen it.
Listen,
Are you not?
I am. But
I don't think so,
what am I
Slink.
supposed to do?
Care?
I care about my kids, but what am I supposed to do?
What are you supposed to do? Are you oh my God, I just want to shake you. And side note, allegedly, that is so funny because I just bought the Blueberry. No, actually, I think I ended up going with hold on. What's the other one? I was about to get up and run over there, but Frankenberry. That's it. Frankenberry. It's going to end up on a whiteboard somewhere. Hey, Brittany J. That's okay. We are going through Adam Montgomery, so Harmony Montgomery's dad, the body cam footage of when they were coming to look for Harmony because he recently asked for it to be thrown out of court. This all should have been enough to get warrants to tap phone calls and all that. He contacted himself way too much about his child's whereabouts. Morning, Britt. Dude, dad shows zero urgency or concern. He is a constant contradiction. Yes, Gypsy, he really is. More of a fruity pebble gal myself. My kids, that's their favorite cereal, but it's so annoying because I have to buy one box of marshmallows, one box without, because Trenton hates marshmallows, Bentley hates without. So one of the other channels I love. Okay. Oh shit! What'd I do?
Don't you want to know where she is just as much as I want to know where she's in? I think you should care more than I should.
I do.
It's your kid.
It's my kid. I know.
Right. So that's why I'm like, dude, you're not really showing that you care too much, or you just know something you just don't know.
No, it's not that. It's just
Dude, if my kid was missing for fucking 2 years, like I'd be the first one to start kicking doors.
Thank you. Yes, me too.
And I think if you knew they hurt your kid, you'd be fucking ripping their head off.
right. That's why I'm saying. Like,
Yes.
So right now, I have no idea. She was missing.
Michelle, I love you so much. That's so funny.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yes, he is.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to anybody. Like my mind is exploding.
Hey, Jess.
So we just got people pointing fingers at each other. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make any sense. And we just, and who I feel bad for is your daughter. Maybe with a family friend, maybe
I
not.
know him, Jay.
These are the things I don't know. She should be in school. She's not.
Crazy mama.
Nobody knows.
Okay, I gotta quit with the chat second.
You find that weird?
Oh yeah, of course it's weird.
Okay.
All right, well, I have nothing else to say. I told you everything else that I knew, man. Like I have nothing else to say.
Why?
I swear to you though, this officer obviously cares much more than this freak. And that is so upsetting. I'm gonna click on the last part. We'll stay there for a moment, but then we're gonna go to the sit down interview, which is just as frustrating, but really interesting because it takes place right after this. And again, his story it's not the same. It doesn't add up. Like things don't add up. So. Okay, that's just as they're walking away. Let's see what happened. I found that on. I love y'all and thank you guys for being here and hanging out with me and talking about this, even though it can be super infuriating to watch this full. NH Union leader. Okay. Here's a close-up of what he looks like because you can't really see it in the body cam. But he looks like he's put on a little bit of weight now that he's off the street, I think. But here's the part 2. Where's the part 1?
About your daughter?
Here it is.
We might be able to work on that if you. We just turned this on. This is audio and video recorded. You all right with that?
Okay, so this dude here, we're going to see like right here with the black is the same guy that was talking to him just a minute ago who told him that, you know, he couldn't sleep at night if it was just thinking about Harmony. And if it was his kid, he'd be beating down doors. Now, this seems to take place just a few days later, but after Adam, this is like, I think the day he's brought in because he's been charged because of giving her the black eye. So I think it's a 2nd-degree assault. And that is on an assault charge on Harmony. Now, the thing is, this is not your regular interrogation either because he has been court ordered to provide information about the details of her whereabouts because he was the last one who had custody of her. So just so that we're all clear, and then I'm going to start it and go get me a drink real fast. Hold on, let me see. Just before I go, though, oh, that sucks, Britt. You guys I don't know what happened. You guys just try to get along in here. I love you guys. We're going to have that round table and get to the bottom of some stuff so that everyone can move on. So, Britt, think about when you want to do that. I talked to a couple of the girls I know that said they will participate, and they said they talked to other ones who said they would as well. So, oh, okay, nothing happened. Either way, just, yeah, let's try to do that so that we can all move on a little bit, happier. Off the meth. Yeah, I think you're right. I really do. It's okay. This is what we do. We advocate for these babies who have zero voice, defenseless, and need us. Thank you for sticking by Harmony and the truth. Oh, thank you, Michelle. And thank you as well. I appreciate that. Someone very important says so. 2 babies I would jump on a plane for, no doubt, would be Harmony and Oakley. Oh, I know. We'll never give up on Oakley, but it's another case not looking good in the same set of circumstances. Michelle, I did a video on her a while back too, and I found that just to be so it's just such a heartbreaking, concerning, bizarre case. Her brother's member said that she was had been eaten by a wolf and that she was hiding under the stairs. There's just, yeah, very weird. Hey, J. Brachiosaurus. My mom used the cookie dough out of the ice cream, then put the plain ice cream back in the freezer. I love the Frankenberry. Yeah, it's not what you think. I'll send you screenshots. Love you. Love you too. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Time for a mimosa? Absolutely. She must think I smell or something. I've run you off before. No, allegedly. You're great. You really are. I I enjoyed listening to you the other day. I think that you have a really intelligent mind, interesting mind.
We'll do our best to try to get you the cigarette.
Yeah, we got cigarettes somewhere, so I'll try to work on that, okay? Before we have any conversations, I'm just gonna have you read something, okay? And then we'll just go from there.
Your Miranda rights, buddy. Because your ass is being charged. Hey, girl, unique trauma obsessed. Same, allegedly. Memo, same. Hey, Nady.
Just so you know, because you're under arrest right now, I have to read you this stuff, or you have to read it to me. Again, Detective Dudley. It's January 4th, 2022. It's 8:55 p.m. You can read and write English, correct? Okay. So, Adam, I'm going to have you start from there where it says I, and then I'm just going to have you read down.
I, Adam Montgomery, and the right to remain silent.
Start from here. I, Adam Montgomery.
Give the following voluntary statements. Detective Dudley, Riley, who has identified himself as a member of the Nation Police Department.
He's mumbling.
Following up the right to remain silent. Everything I'm saying can be used against me in the law. I go to a lawyer for advice.
Now, this doesn't mean, Adam, you sit here and chat for, 45 minutes to an hour at a time and say all kinds of crazy shit, contradict the hell out of yourself, and then go to court and ask for all that to be taken off the record. Anything I say can and will be used against me.
You question it, it's happen with you don't question it. For a lawyer will be appointed to you by the court. I just
Aww.
questions now about my lawyer present. I still have the right to stop answering any time you understand. Yes.
Okay. Do you understand all of these 1 through 5?
Yep.
Okay. What I'm going to have you do, just initial 1 through 5. That just indicates that you understand what I'm saying, all right?
Yep.
All right. Can you just read that line around?
Do you understand each of these rights? Yep.
And you're going to check either yes or no. All right. And then read the next line for me.
You have to have each of these rights. And are you willing to waive each of these rights and answer questions? Sure.
What?
Okay. Now, Adam, you're just going to sign that line.
Wait a minute now. What was that? Let's see.
Questions? Sure.
And then read the next line for me.
You have to have each of these rights. And are you willing to waive each of these rights and answer questions? Sure.
Are you willing to waive each of these rights? And he said, sure.
Okay. Now, Adam, you're just going to sign that line.
Not too much, Gypsy. Besides, this is a couple days later after what we were just watching. And he's reading his Miranda rights and stuff like that right now. But he has now, at this point in time, been charged with second-degree assault. And that is because Harmony had a black eye, and Harmony's uncle, or Adam's uncle, Harmony's great uncle, has told police that Adam admitted to beating her around the house, banging her around the house, and Adam was abusive to her. So they have picked him up and charged him with that. And now they're going to ask him kind of the same line of questions. However, he doesn't keep the same story. Surprise. I mean, he didn't keep the same story in one interrogation, but.
Appreciate it.
Before we go forward, can we get a cigarette in here?
So there's a sensor in there. So I'll work on getting you a cigarette at some point. I can't promise you one right now just because the room we're in, and if this starts going off, I don't want to
But
flood the building, you know what I mean?
Smoke detector ain't gonna go off.
That thing will, the sprinkler. So,
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
but at some point we'll work on getting you. I know we have cigarettes in here. I know where they are. Okay, you hear what I'm saying?
Yep, that's another thing. He would clean the toilet with this beautiful baby's toothbrush. This sick son of a bitch. God, I can't stand him. You know why one of the reasons he got so mad at her? Because she wasn't watching her little brother good enough, and he was screaming and crying and throwing a fit, and Harmony wasn't doing nothing about it. The baby, she's 5 years old. I mean, y'all, I can't. I get so these are the cases that I cover because they're the cases that I feel like called to, and like that bother me the most, and that I would like to. I feel so bad for these babies. Like you were saying earlier, Michelle, the babies that don't have a voice, they don't have people speaking for them. I mean, Jesus, this child was missing for 2 years. Here's little Oakley. Same story with her. Oakley Carlson, missing for years, had been in this is with her foster parents, had an awesome foster home, was taken from them, put back with monsters who didn't tell police when she disappeared. It's very similar to Harmony's story, and I do want to cover that at some point too. Here's Harmony's missing poster. I mean, last seen in October 2019. She was last seen at 5 years old. She was missing as a 7-year-old. This little angel. Can you imagine punching a baby like this in the face? Look at this little photo of her on the left. Look at her little tiny legs and her, oh my God, her sweet, when kids are little and you tell them to smile. Oh, this is upsetting. And they do that little awkward smile that's not really a smile. It's like they turn their bottom lips, they make their bottom mouth kind of like a square, their lips. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Oh my God. Like, how could you do that? How could you clean the toilet? Do you know this morning I threw Bentley's toothbrush away because he laid it like face down on top of my towel that I used in the shower that was like hanging over the towel rack. He laid it right on top of it. And I was like, ooh, I dry off with that when I get out of the shower. I'm going to have to get you a new toothbrush today. Threw it away. Can you imagine cleaning your damn toilet with the toothbrush of your baby? Ooh, that sick freak. I can't with him. I hope you pay for all of this. You really, really deserve a miserable ass life. Now, okay. Why is he able to breathe? Absolutely. Me too, Janie. It's awful. I know. I'm pissed too. Yeah, he did. I can pull up I have the police reports that around some of this stuff in my email. I've went through them before, but he's evil. It's always shown in the thought patterns. The fact that he has loathing for his child enough to put her toothbrush in the toilet. Like, imagine that. I'm so worried about germs and getting my kids getting sick. I can't imagine making them sick. E. coli can kill her, you fucking idiot. She didn't really care about that, did she? Might as well get her out of the way. One less mouth for you to feed. One less fucking responsibility for your dumbass. Okay, I know. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't. Ugh. Oh, if it's a child, I probably have a binder. No fucking way. Absolutely. I know. I'll see me too. I can imagine punching this dude and doing it right now. In the face. I think of a few. I would do that too. No idea why people hit defenseless children. Maybe it's because I have trained and know how much damage I could do. Yeah, because you've been in the military and stuff, allegedly. Yeah. Oh, they have a thought process. Kayla signed to accept EBT for 2 years. And you know what? You don't just go get your EBT card and then you get it forever. You have to do reviews. You have to link up with your person and say, hey, I'm doing better. Or, our income has changed like this or whatever. It's going to be like every few months or something. The fact that she went for 2 years to her reviews and to her DHHR telling them that Harmony was living in the house, no, fuck her too. And her ass needs to be right with him. Chihuahua Dawson, oh honey, we just went all over today, all over emotion wise with this loser. They're the interviews that Harmony's dad wanted to be covered up. So we're kind of watching them and going through them. I'd scrub his freaking pores right off. Oh my God, that is hilarious to hear, even especially from you. Oh, Cray, they don't like people who hurt kids in prison. Johnny, I got my last one at Dollar Tree, actually. I want to see his toothbrush for a minute. He is a monster. And you can't say it's because of his drugs and stuff like that. Oh, I know, Johnny. They do. They got my heart. The kids, actually, yesterday, Brittany said it on or the day before yesterday here. Every time I talk to Alex, she's got like someone else's kids. That's the truth. I love kids. I love when the kids come to my house. Number one, I don't want my kids going nowhere. I'd rather them play here where I can watch and bring their friends here. That way I know what's going on. I can, I know what they're eating, what they're doing, just everything. So, and I really do. I get all the kids. I get, our family members, Bentley's friends today at school. I pick up Bentley and his little friend Grover. Kids are my thing. Kids are so much better than adults. So much better. If you spend like a lot of time with little kids and then go around adults, you'll be like, oh God, I've got to get back to the little kids, because not only are they silly and fun and goofy and sweet, but also they can be like brutally honest and hilarious, and they're just easy. So it's just, I don't know. They definitely, some people don't want to do kids cases. It's just so difficult for them, and it is difficult. And some people are drawn to them. God's got a plan. Every 6 months she did that. Am I crazy, or did stuff like this not happen when we were growing up? If a little girl from my town went missing, people would have grabbed her dad and beat the truth out of him. He has rights. She doesn't. There you go, Brienne. That's sad. I don't think it happened. I don't know if it happened not as much, or if we just see more of it because of our like the phones and all that stuff, Kayla knows all day, every day. What I don't understand is when the police officer saw Harmony's black eye, why wasn't she moved right then and there? Was it a police officer who saw it, or was it CPS? I'd have to go back and see. Now, I think this is, okay, so what we're getting ready to watch, and I'm going to shut up and we're going to watch it. They're going to talk about that because he's been charged for her black eye now. This interview is right when he's charged for that. I know you do, Lips. I can tell. I think a lot of us in here are drawn towards the babies. I really do. And Michelle, too. Who? Do y'all hear that? My dog snoring. I thought it was a car in the driveway. I was like, who is that? Now he stopped. Make me a liar, why don't you? Kids do that all the time. Make you sound like a liar. Lips, you probably rather him hang out at your house, you know. It's so fun and loud in the car with 2 5-year-olds. Yeah, sorry. TikTok catfish you. It's definitely difficult for Woofy. I know it is, Woofy. MJ's Woofy. I agree, Alex. My boys are in their 30s now, but I always had their friends come stay with us. I knew where they were and what they were doing. Yeah, she was in a foster home and returned. It's pathetic how many kids I see that have been killed and abused in the system, whether it's in the foster home. I mean, right before being adopted with Victoria Rose Smith, then they get put in foster care and then put back with abusive parents like Oakley, Harmony, Summer Wells. We know CPS was part of their lives. It's crazy. I don't think that it's working. They need to LOL, you lying. They need to do everything. Okay. Hey, Blurred Lines, Crimes and Paranormal. Yes, me too, Lips. It feels like so much love. But I'll tell you, it is hard if it's like a really difficult kid. Okay. Too lazy to type out names, but what's up?
Do you need water? You good? Okay. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay.
Okay. What's not okay?
What's up?
All right.
No, I'm not okay.
So I'm just gonna ask you some basic questions. You said you can read and write English, correct? All right. Can you just state your full name for me?
Adam Montgomery.
And Adam, what's your birthday?
2290.
And what address are you using to
I'm
call?
not using any.
Okay. High school friend.
Wait, sorry.
I don't have one.
What was the highest level of education?
GED.
Where'd you graduate high school from?
I did. I got a GED.
No, but I know, but like, where'd you get
While I
that?
was incarcerated.
Okay. Right now, are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No.
Okay. Do you have any traumatic brain injuries or anything like that? Anything that prohibits you from recalling any memories or anything like that?
Not that I know.
All right. So we've met before, right? We met the other day. I know you've had a long time down here. You've kind of been a roller coaster. I'm going to apologize for what happened out there. That's not how I do business, okay?
So apparently, Adam was arrested when he had the arrest warrant. I guess now they're going to explain it a little bit more, but just so you guys kind of understand what they're talking about. I believe that like the SWAT team didn't take it easy on him at all. The cop here tries to distance himself from that. So Adam is not angry with him and he will talk to him and stuff. So you'll see that in the beginning. That's kind of what they're.
That had nothing to do with me. Those are guys that like to play G.I. Joe, all right? If it had been up to me and I could have gotten a hold of you some way, I would have reached out to you. But you don't have a phone, right?
You guys could have just told my wife she wanted me to come in.
But aren't you not supposed to be talking to your wife?
No, that's bullshit.
It's not. You're not supposed to.
No, I can't be.
Thank you, look at that.
I can't be.
I guess they're gonna let you smoke a cigarette. They must have talked to somebody.
So I don't know who's saying I can't talk to my wife because that's bullshit.
Maybe it's some old paperwork that somebody saw.
Yeah, from last year, but it was over and done with after I got out of jail.
So that's all clear.
DCYF said it was cleared up. The police said it was cleared up. Everybody said it was. They said that there was no contact order between me and her.
Okay, so they're talking about no contact order with his wife, but I don't think I can turn it up anymore. Unfortunately, the audio is so bad with this. If you have earbuds or headphones, that would help a lot. So if you can't hear it, maybe try with let me I was trying to zoom in to see if I could get it any bigger, but yeah, it's turned up as loud as it will go. I'll put closed captioning on though, so we can try to make out a little bit of it, a little, a little bit more. Ugh.
Done with. After I got out of jail.
So that's all clear.
DCYF said it was cleared up. The police said it was cleared up. Everybody said they said that there was no contact order between me and her.
Okay, and that's Kate I was talking about. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then that's my fault for maybe not checking a little bit further into it. So I apologize for that. Again, I apologize for the way things went down out there. Like I said, I'm not part of the SWAT team. I don't do that stuff. If I had a good number for you, I would have just called you in. But I don't have it. You don't have a phone. You said, right?
So see, he's, trying to say, that's not me, bro. So don't be like, he wants to talk to him. He's trying to find out where Harmony is. Thank God for this officer. Who cares? And thank you, Night Owl. That's really sweet. And I appreciate it. Yeah. Pay attention, Lips, or pay attention. No, just watch and see. Whenever he does ask for a lawyer, they stop the interview, and soon as he asks, they take the ashtray and he puts it behind him. He's like, okay, cool. You don't want to talk? You don't get no more cigarettes. And you're going to jail, buddy. So you're good. The only kind of cigarettes you're going to smoke are probably going to be, roll your owns that have been shoved up some man's,
So I apologize for that. I do appreciate you being cooperative with me. You've never given me a hard time. I know we've only met a few times, so thank you for that. Let's talk about why we're here to talk.
Tell me what you want to say.
Ooh, yes, DNA.
Nothing.
Well, what was our conversation about the other day?
You said you had a couple questions you wanted to ask me. Yeah, ask me a question.
Lynn.
What was our conversation about the other day? Remember we met? I mean, you remember that was only, a few days ago, right? We got a lot of worried people and scared people right now in the community. I know you're worried about the well-being of your daughter, and I kind of want to get ahead of this because I don't want you to be painted as a monster.
Well, that's what you guys are already doing.
I am.
Oh, yeah.
I love this officer. I just think he's very good. He really is. I think he's going to be an excellent witness once this makes it to court. But, yeah, he's trying to, I just think he's doing a good job.
Can you explain that? Explain to me how I'm trying to make you, or whoever is trying to make you out to be a monster. Who's telling you that stuff? Is there somebody that I work with that told you that? Somebody you're close with, that they told you that?
No.
All right. But you understand this whole thing is getting a little out of hand. Would you agree?
Of course. But
So
Yeah.
that's why,
look, it's just the way you guys are going about it.
and again,
Yeah,
I don't
not you specifically, but
Right.
yeah, nobody comes out there like that for a second-degree assault charge. Nobody. But arrested for worse charges, they don't come out and throw fucking flashbangs at my girlfriend's car and ram us into the fucking guardrail. They don't do that for a second-degree assault charge.
again. You
Yeah, they
understand
do.
what the charges are, right?
Second-degree assault, right?
Yes, they do. Whenever it's the second degree assault of your fucking 5-year-old daughter who's been not seen for 2 years, you idiot. You're lucky that's all they did was ram your stupid junk car. Oh, God.
Yep.
Okay.
There's also an endangering the welfare charge
Okay.
and interference with custody. Okay,
So how did I interfere with custody?
So that paperwork that we served you the other day, you remember that?
Okay.
When they were in the alleyway, you remember outside of Lake Ave?
Yeah.
Hey, September
Paperwork
Virgo.
comply with. You understand that, right? We had that conversation, did we not? Right? So that's what that's all about.
So the second-degree assault charge, what is this referring to?
Wait, now, he's talking about what we just watched.
Outside of Lake Ave,
Yeah.
there's paperwork you have to comply with You understand that, right?
Now, the paperwork that he's talking about was, do you remember, he had to cooperate and give information and help find harmony. It's not just, you have your rights, you don't have to talk to police. He's been court ordered to produce the child.
Right? We had that conversation, did we not? Right? So that's what that's all about.
So secondary assault charge, what is this referring to?
Well, that's what we want to talk to you about.
Explain to me what I'm being charged with. What the hell?
Lucky that I left it.
Your daughter had some injuries
What?
that you know about when you
Brianne. Yep.
No, I do not. What are you referring to?
Well, you were there, I wasn't, right?
What are you referring to?
I'm referring to her having some good marks.
What are you referring to?
Marks that were left on her by you.
Absolutely not. I have nothing else to say.
Gypsy. Hey, Vicky. Oh, we are watching. This is like really important, really important. We're watching the interviews that Harmony Montgomery's dad went to court last week asking the judge to throw out of court and make unavailable to the public, to the trial, to the jury, to everyone. His lawyer claimed that, it violated his rights. And so the news agency filed, once they brought it up in court, as part of the record, and a news place filed and got all of them and put them out. A local news agency, and we're just watching those. We've watched a couple of them already.
We talked about how we were worried about your daughter today, right?
Okay.
You remember that conversation?
I remember that conversation, but right off the rip with the way you're approaching the conversation.
Hey, Delana.
So,
Me?
Yeah.
Do I? In the time you've known me,
what you just said to me, you guys are completely out of line.
Okay. So
Really?
are we out of line?
He's out of line?
Okay. But
Look, hear that again.
About your daughter today, right?
Okay.
You remember that conversation? We talked about how we were worried about your daughter today, right?
Okay.
You remember that conversation?
I remember that conversation, but right off the rip with the way you're approaching the conversation, you guys are completely out of line. So.
I remember the conversation, but right off the rip with the way you're approaching the conversation, you guys are completely out of line. Dude, are you stupid?
Me?
Yeah.
In the time you've known me,
What you just said to me, you guys are completely out of line.
Okay, but so explain to me, how are we out of line?
I have nothing to explain.
What?
But wouldn't you rather explain
Hey,
it so you
Trulia.
can make sense of it than just have other people's side of the story? Like,
Hey, kitty cat. No,
you
he's
wanna
referring
defend
to
yourself
them.
and, like, this picture people are painting.
He's referring to them. He said, what you just said to me is completely out of line.
Now's your chance, man.
Whose side of the story?
Hey, kitty cat.
Who's telling you these things?
People that were close to you.
Obviously not.
Well,
Hey, Shakes her
maybe
fist.
at the time, maybe not anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw that reward on the news, right?
No, I did not.
Do you know that the reward is
Allegedly, yes.
$40,000 to find where your daughter is right now?
Okay.
When you start throwing money around like that, people come out of the woodwork that you would never expect to do.
Okay.
So, like I said, when I talked to you a few days ago,
Can I have a cigarette?
sure, I kind of told you this thing was going to get a lot bigger.
That's not right.
We wanted to get ahead of it.
But you're sitting there telling me that right off the rip that there was something wrong with my daughter because of me. No, that's bullshit.
Okay. So if your daughter had marks on her at some point when you lived over there,
That's
how
why.
would you explain those?
How was she getting those marks?
Well, I would love to know when that marks were there because DCYF came to my house multiple times.
Okay. And we know that they came there.
Right. And closed the case.
Okay. Do we know that DCYF is the flagship agency in the country?
No, but
Yes, the guy that ran The Waukesha parade. Oh my God. He infuriates me. The video, I'll never forget the video that they put out of that, of those little babies cheerleading and dancing and so excited. And you have this man come through in an SUV and he has the nerve to show up in the courtroom and act the way he has. I cannot. As a matter of fact, I think that I'll probably do a live going through some of that. It will be very graphic because I will show the video as well that I screen recorded when it first happened. I'm disgusted with him. And yes, they are on the same level. They really are, both of them. The nerve of them to hurt precious little babies. How you could do that and walk around as if you're justified in what you've done. I don't get it. I don't.
If
I have
there
no
was
time for that.
significant marks like you're referring to, I believe they would have flagged something at that point, and they would have said something. They wouldn't have came there and seen that the kids were well taken care of. All the kids loved being at the house with me.
So let me tell you about what second degree assault is. Because there's a lot that encompasses that charge. Basically, if there's a mark on a kid that's under a certain age, it constitutes second degree assault. Although it is a felony, which sounds extremely intimidating, it doesn't mean that somebody got their head bashed in or they got cut up or whatever. So although it sounds pretty intimidating, the charge, I understand that. What we're talking about doesn't mean that it's the craziest crime that's ever been committed. Do you understand what I mean?
Okay.
So somebody could have a bruise or a really bad welt on them, and that would constitute second degree assault for a kid under a specific age. So that's why that charge is there. So nobody is saying that you took like a baseball bat or like stabbed your kid. Like, I'm just going to put that out there. That is not what anybody's saying about you. So I know you're concerned with when I say second degree assault, but it sounds a lot worse than I think you're thinking it is. Are we kind of on the same page?
Yeah, but for you to sit there and say that
Okay, LFT.
it was inflicted because of me.
We're just going on what we hear. You're not telling us how it happened, so we're going with what we have.
But I don't even know what you're referring to. What are you referring to?
Your daughter had a mark
The nerve of this man, his attitude in this, like just watching him, it just, ooh.
on her face
Yeah, she had a black eye, buddy.
that multiple people have told us was inflicted by you.
Multiple people that weren't even living with us at the time.
Well, there was enough people that had spoken about it.
Yeah.
People share knowledge of what they know.
So somebody, you telling him, and then he tells you, and then he tells you. So something that just
No,
gets passed down the line.
I'm not talking about like a game of telephone here. I'm saying that people say a story and then the details kind of fill themselves in, like corroborate. Do you know what the word corroborate means? Okay. You're smart. I'm not trying to insult your intelligence, but when people kind of fill in the blanks, that's what I mean by like we're corroborating that story. But this is your time to tell me, kind of explain that. You know, if you're saying this was a mistake or this was an
I don't even
accident.
know what you're referring to. Like, that's what I'm trying to get at. Is I don't even know what you're referring to.
I'm saying she had a mark on her face. I mean,
Okay, I don't even know what you're referring to.
you don't recall your daughter ever having a mark on her face.
The reason DCYF came out to visit you guys, you don't recall that. Why did DCYF come out and start visiting you guys? What was the allegation?
If I remember correctly, it was because
What was the allegation? The CC closed captioning is just off just slightly.
of I believe at the time, I could be wrong. I believe it had something to do with my uncle saying I was using drugs, and I wasn't.
Now, who's your uncle? So we are clear.
Okay, Adam, yes, you wasn't. We believe that for sure.
Kevin
Okay. And Kevin's last name?
Montgomery.
Now, he lived there with you?
He lived there with me right around the time when I was first going back to get custody from my daughter.
Okay.
And then he left in
Okay, allegedly. I need to do that.
May something around that time.
March.
And just so I have it right, because I don't want to guess or like get confused, what house are we talking about?
Guilford Street.
All right, and what was the number there?
Now, Guilford Street, we'll check. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and while we're watching this, in the background, I'm going to pull up the police reports from Guilford Street and show you guys exactly
There again?
what's there.
I'm
Just,
not
it would only take me a second.
Do you remember like what color the house was at least?
beige, maybe.
Okay. And whose house was that originally?
My grandmother's.
All right. And grandma is who?
Kevin's mother.
Kevin's mother.
My dad's mother.
Okay. So was it the Montgomery group living around Guilford Street?
Yeah, and they all moved out. My grandmother moved out in like January with my little brother, and they all moved down to Florida, and then Kevin went a couple months later.
And so grandma, uncle Kevin, you said little brother, and who's he?
My father's son, Michael.
So Michael, that's what I meant. Like, what's his first name?
Yeah, and his girlfriend.
And his girlfriend. And is he still with that same girl now?
I have no idea.
Oh, so you don't talk to Michael anymore?
No.
Okay. What was that girl's name at the time? Because maybe she can help us to say that, like, this is.
Kayla, I believe.
So Michael's girlfriend's name was Kayla at the time? And you dated a Kayla at the time?
Yeah.
So it kind of got confusing in the house if somebody's yelling for Kayla.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what was Kayla? Kayla you were with at the time was,
My wife.
okay, Montgomery. And then Kayla he was with is,
I have no.
no idea who she was. Okay, so there was grandma and Kevin, they moved out in when?
Grandma moved out in like.
I'm just trying to think of people we can talk to.
I'm
like,
trying to
kinda
figure it out.
corroborate that
I'm
stuff,
trying
you know
to
what I mean?
figure it out to go back. Like
Got it.
I think we moved over. Thank you. I think we moved over there. I think we moved over there in like.
I did find the police reports for all the police reports for the house on Guilford Street, and we'll check those out before we go after this. It won't take long.
October.
Hey, Mr.
September,
Positive.
Somewhere around then.
And what year is that?
2018.
Hey, Violet.
And at the time, I was going for custody for my daughter for at least a year already at that point.
Rody Gal.
And, Crystal was showing no interest of going to get our daughter back. So finally, in like, I don't know, December, January, February, something along those lines, courts called me, told me I could come pick her up and bring her home. Brought her home. And then,
Interesting.
I don't know, it was.
Hey, Jody.
I think the month before, my grandmother left with my brother and his girlfriend, and then the month after, I want to say, Kevin left.
So then who was left living at the house?
Me, Kayla, and the kids.
In that time period, I don't know which kids were born yet and who was.
It was Declan and Seamus,
Okay, and then,
Harmony moved in with us.
okay. So what time did DCYF get involved with you guys? Like, were they over there often, or was it just like a certain period of time, or?
They were there every single day. The police showed up every single day, saying they
Why
did.
were they?
Because that's what it was. That's what it was due. That's what it was due to. So Kevin moved out because between me and my wife and Kevin, we were supposed to like pay the bills, keep the heat on, the gas on, whatever. Well, Kevin was supposed to pay the electric bill. He didn't pay the electric bill. Me and my wife, I picked my wife from work and showed up at home. They were shutting the electricity off. So me and Kevin got into an argument about not paying the bill.
Yeah.
And he took his shit and moved out. And then so the next day, or 2 days later, something like that, I don't know, DCYF showed up and the police showed up because they said that we were unfit to have the children at the house because there was no electricity in the house.
Okay.
But we had a generator running, with
Right.
the fridge hooked up to it. There's food in the fridge. Everything was fine. The police, the kids was fine.
Remember what he says here, because we're going to quickly look through all these police reports.
There was nothing
So-
wrong with them. The DCYF showed up and they left.
And was that like summer, fall? Like when was that?
I want to say maybe spring going into summer, maybe.
Oh, okay. So like, you guys hadn't been there for too long then.
6 months or so.
Okay. And how did it end up that you guys got kicked out of there?
All right, so it was my grandmother's house.
Right.
They didn't pay the mortgage or whatever. They moved to Florida, so the mortgage payments weren't being paid. And I don't know, right around Thanksgiving sometimes, the sheriffs came and threw us out. And then me, Harmony, and Declan, Seamus, and Kayla left.
And where the heck did you guys go from there?
We were in our car.
Oh, so
Me,
you were in
Harmony.
the car at that time.
Okay, me, Harmony, Declan, Seamus, and Kayla left. After they leave Guilford Street, they live in the car. During the last interview, Adam says that is why Harmony went with Crystal, because they were living in the car. She did not go with Crystal. That's not even going to be part of our timeline. I'm just telling you guys what he said. So they lived in a car for a time before they lived in the apartment complex that the police were at when they were taking the fridge in the sewer, all of that. When he left Guilford Street, before they lived in the vehicle, the door was left propped open and there was a very foul, strong odor coming from the house.
For a couple of days.
Okay.
And then
Did you have like a van or something like that back then, at least? What were you driving back then?
Chrysler of some kind, I forget.
Oh, so it was just like a sedan.
Sedan, yeah.
Okay, so you're living in the car so you, Kayla, and the 3 kids were living in the car for a few days, and then how'd you get up out of that situation? Like who took you in, or where'd you guys end up?
We ended up going to her mom's house, Kayla's mom's house.
Okay. And what's her name?
Chris.
Chris, how's she? Well, I mean, she must be okay if she's willing to take you guys in.
Yeah. All right. They're like, all right. I you know what, man? Like, I don't even want to talk anymore. Like, this is just.
Oh, now you want to sit here? Okay, hold up. Hold the hell up.
Well, I'm trying to figure.
You want to sit here and small talk and smoke your little cigarettes and talk about all this other shit that's irrelevant. But as soon as anything comes up, any real question about little Harmony, then it's, oh, well, this is just too much. I don't want to answer that, or what? You're out of line, or whatever the hell. No. Oh.
Figure out who can substantiate your claims that you're not this like monster or person that either DCYF made you out to be, or your family who you didn't get along with, or whoever. So that's why I'm trying to like let you kind of speak your piece about all that shit. You know what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying. I just got nothing else to say.
Really? Okay.
And like.
Yes, it is, Mike. You're so right.
And like, I just don't want to sit there and like, can I smoke another butt?
Sure.
Ah, here we go.
I'll be honest, I don't smoke cigarettes. I'm a little lightheaded myself.
He's a little, I'm feeling a little lightheaded myself.
I just know I smoke butts for a minute.
That's all good.
Adam's like, too damn bad, buddy. Lights another one up.
But yeah, no.
Selfish piece of shit.
But to sit there, man, and sit there and tell me you yourself too, like, this is why I feel like it's just all bullshit. This is just a game. I know it is. I'm stupid.
I'm just trying to give you the opportunity to explain yourself.
You're sitting there telling me not to make me out to look like some monster.
Well,
But
no,
you told my girlfriend the other day that she should get the fuck away from me. That I don't
Gypsy.
even know who I am and what my past is like. like, and all types of crazy shit, like, but sit there and look me in my face. And
Adam, I think you're talking about Kelsey.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Kelsey might be exaggerating a little bit.
Now, Kelsey, Adam was with Kelsey because he had a no contact order with his wife. Okay. And that is the young lady who unfortunately has lost her life.
I don't know what to exaggerate.
Sadly, also, I think that she could have given us a lot of insight to those final days, his final days of freedom, hopefully, and kind of what was going on there. But and her family, I know it's very sad that her last days on earth were tied to this sick effort.
It wasn't us talking to Kelsey either.
Oh,
There
it
was
may have
other
been someone
there was
else.
other people talking to her, just so you know.
She told me, she gave me your card and said this was the guy that said it.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you that I didn't say that. But if you want to believe it, that's fine.
I mean, she never had no reason to lie to me, so I don't know what she would lie about at that point.
She also told me she had no idea that you had a daughter, so I guess we could say the same thing about you telling her that.
Right, well,
Right?
she knew I had a daughter. I mean, I have one with Kayla, so she knew I had a daughter.
She didn't know about Harmony.
Thank you.
She knew I had other kids.
Wait, Adam, but she didn't know about Harmony? Because the way that you're answering that makes me think
told
that
me she-
that's...
Right?
She knew she would lie about at that point.
She also told me she had no idea that you had a daughter, so I guess we could say the same thing about you telling her that.
Go,
Right.
cop,
She knew
go.
I had a daughter. I mean, I have one with Kayla, so she knew I had a daughter.
She didn't know about Harmony.
She knew I had other kids.
She told me she had no idea that you ever like lived with her and that you like barely knew her. I don't know if she was lying to me because or whatever. I have no idea. I don't know her. I know you better than her, so that's what I'm saying. So Christina takes you guys in and she's doing all right, and then would you guys move over to Union Street after that? Is that when you guys get that spot?
Nope, we go to the shelter.
And that's the one on
Like,
okay.
Who's we? Who went to the shelter? They allowed you to go as a family to the shelter?
See, I thought they didn't like guys there for some reason.
they always let guys there. They didn't let me in there this time for no reason. Their reason was bullshit, because I would have been there with Kayla again.
So back then they let you in there.
Oh, yeah.
And it was all of you guys, like, it was the
But
5 of you, they let you guys stay there?
no. All right, so yeah, you guys are just.
I'm trying to understand, I don't know your timeline of life, man, you're there, I'm not, that's why I'm trying to ask you these questions. To clarify them.
I already told you the other day what transpired. So we didn't even go to her mother's house.
Okay, who didn't go to her mother's house?
Harmony was on.
Okay, so Harmony didn't go to Chris's house, so explain to me how she didn't end up going to Chris's house.
I've already explained this to you.
There was some discrepancies between what you're telling us and what other people are telling us. You're saying you brought her down to Mass, that somebody said she came up from Mass.
I never once said I brought it down to Mass.
What did you say? She came up here to get her?
I never once said. I was audio and video recording the other day. I never once said I went down to Mass.
So you're saying that she came up
Hey,
from
Judy.
I'm not saying anything else.
Okay, cool
Why
guy.
did you
We're almost done, and then there's a couple last minutes, and then we'll go. I'm going to show you guys. I pulled up an article about Kelsey, and that way I don't, tell you guys any misinformation. Then I am going to show you guys the police reports from Guilford Street. Holy moly, G, 2:38 a.m. Well, at least you can hang out with us since you can't sleep. In my opinion, once the sewer became an element to the case, I had a feeling she may never be discovered. I know, me too. I feel like, does that mean that they think that he put her there? Is it possible if she was put there? I know this is graphic, but would she move? How far could it move? I don't know how I have a lot of questions about that particular sewer and also about this footbridge. I'm curious if that would run into the sewer. So I don't know. I really don't know. Because if she went in that way, they made sure that it was small enough that it couldn't be traced. So you don't think she could have went in there like in full, without being dismembered in some way? Yeah, well, I got an article for you guys about Kelsey right here, and the police report's pulled up. So we'll get through this and
We
then.
used to talk about her every time we bring her up.
Because you guys are just sitting here beating a bush.
Ooh, y'all catch that? Why do you refuse to talk about her every time we bring her up? Instead of saying you guys are beating a dead horse, you hear him catch himself and he says you're beating a bush. Look, I'm going to rewind it like 10 seconds.
Oh, you guys,
Why is it that you refuse to talk about her every time we bring her up?
because you guys are just sitting here beating a bush. It's over and over. You guys asked me what happened the other day. I told you what happened.
You
And
wouldn't,
now
tell,
you
you wouldn't tell us the other day. You said
You guys talked to me the other day. I explained to him what happened the other day, and now it was just a charade. Yep. No, don't worry about it. You're not under arrest. And now come up with some fucking
We
bullshit.
didn't arrest you.
No, the other day. No, but then you had a fucking SWAT team roll up on me and
If you don't want SWAT teams rolling up on your dumbass, don't beat up on little kids. You're a grown ass man. This is your time to pay for what the hell you've done, buddy.
fucking
Get the
heads
hell
blowing
over it,
around
you
the
pussy
last
little.
Yeah, people are coming out of
effer.
the woodwork. That's what we're trying to tell you. Like, we don't want you to be painted as a monster. We want you to maybe explain yourself a little bit and give us some side of your story. We have nothing. We have just what we're hearing from people. $40,000 to drag a lot of people out, whether you believe you're your friends or not.
No, I bet
It's
it
a lot
would.
of money.
Yeah, I know it is. Absolutely, it is.
That's what we're trying to get.
Care about your daughter,
I care about all my kids.
but the one I care the most about is your daughter, Harmony.
This cop right here, he's a rock star. He is. You can tell he cares. He literally said he could not sleep the night before he talked to Adam last because of this. Adam's not losing sleep. If he is, he's only losing sleep worried about when he's going to get caught.
And we have people around the clock calling into us, giving us tips from all
Yes,
over
he
the
is,
country,
Mike.
because they care too, to try to find where she is. My only goal, which I told you the other day, is to make sure that she's safe. I don't want you to get tied into something if you didn't do anything wrong. My job is not to jam somebody up for something that they didn't do wrong.
Right.
And if you can tell me that you didn't do anything wrong, then I want to believe you, because, dude, I've met you now a few times. I helped you out when you were at the hospital when you were having a fucking meltdown. You told me about your kids. I sat there and I talked to you. Dude, I could have fucking tased you right there, and I didn't do that because I saw deep down inside that you were hurting and that I wanted to help you. Right now, all I'm trying to do is help your daughter. I want to bring her home, and I can't do that without your help. Dude, I can't do that without your help. Help, hey, can you look at me? Help me.
Jesus.
That's all I'm asking for.
He will not even give him any eye contact. He's looking down at his hands.
I can't sleep until I know that she's okay.
Oh my
And
God.
I know that you know where she is or what happened to her, but I can't do it without your help. And if you don't want to look like this fucking animal, because I don't think you are. Not that I don't think you are, I know you aren't. But I can only do so much for you, man.
I know.
I'm begging you to help me. Because as much as you're hurting inside, I'm also hurting inside. And I don't know how you can sleep at night, because I'm sure it's eating the shit out of you. Am I wrong?
No, see, me and Pies. I know I'm not fucking seeing my wife. I'm not seeing my kid.
No, it's eating me apart. But then he goes straight to, I'm not seeing my wife. I mean,
Right. I'm sure it's eating the shit out of you. Am I wrong?
No, see, me and Pies. I know I'm not fucking seeing my wife. I'm not seeing my kids. You guys are
Right.
just playing games like this. Is just
Dude, but I'm not trying.
I'm not trying to play games.
Like,
telling my wife and kids that I'm not allowed to see my wife and kids, like.
but dude, that was a mistake from some court paperwork that hadn't been updated. So like I said, I apologize for
But
that.
it was updated. DCYF told them,
No. This was some like DV paperwork I'm talking about.
but I'm talking about DCYF already told us multiple times that there was no contact order.
Maybe
Okay.
through DCYF, but.
It could have been through DCYF.
It's
So let's,
something criminal.
dude, let's fucking forget about it.
All right, I
You've
just,
seen your kid, you've seen your wife and kids over the last, how many days, right?
I haven't seen them in the last I haven't seen my kids in the last 2 days, 3 days.
Okay. You're always gonna be their father, Declan, Seamus, and then Sierra, right? Kiera. And then there's Harmony.
I got nothing else to say. That's it, guys. I got nothing
Hey,
else to say.
can you make me a promise? Like, man to man? Can you tell me that she's alive?
You're gonna play the same word games that you played with me the other
No.
day.
It's not word games.
I got nothing
Because
else
we
to
care,
say.
man, we wanna know.
This
I got
isn't
nothing.
this isn't gonna go anywhere. Like, this isn't gonna stop. So
No,
you
I know
know.
it's not.
So
So
either get on the bus now or get run over.
I got nothing else to say.
Get on the bus now or get run over, buddy. Which, even if you got on the bus, you would get run over, but
Why is it you have so much trouble talking about Harmony?
Guys, I got nothing else to say. I want a lawyer with me.
I'm gonna leave this copy of this.
now see, I told you guys, he says many times I have nothing else to say. They continue to talk to him because I believe that doesn't quite, that's not saying I want a lawyer. Soon as he says I want a lawyer, thankfully they wrap it up, because if not, stuff like this will let guilty people walk free.
Ex parte or, it's a petition from DCYF. You can read it later sometime, I'll put it in your property. It's basically the same thing you got the other day, it's just a little more detailed that we handed you. It does say that you're ordered to, help us locate Harmony Views, unless you're not gonna do that.
It said, so I'm going to give you this petition. You are ordered to help us locate Harmony.
Just tell me you guys don't want a lawyer.
I'm just telling you guys I want a lawyer. So the guy starts getting the cigarette stuff. He's going to be like, okay, no more cigarettes for you.
9:25.
Peace out, Girl Scout. Okay. So that was extremely frustrating. I want to show you guys a couple things before we go. We've been on here for a while and I need to go get some cigarettes and then get a shower to go pick up Bentley and Grover, which my back seat is full of stuff from moving. So I've also got to get all that out. But is Pink Dahlia in here? Hey, Pink Dahlia. Okay, so let me show you guys really quick and then I'm going to let you guys go. So here is about Kelsey. So this was written on March 23rd. Girlfriend of Harmony Montgomery's father found dead in New Hampshire. Kelsey Small did not face charges in this case. Look at that beautiful baby. How you could ever hurt that little sweet thing. I don't get it. I don't understand. And brushing your nasty ass toilet with her toothbrush. Oh. A woman who was dating Harmony Montgomery's father before his arrest has been found dead in Manchester, police confirmed. Kelsey Small, who did not face charges in connection with the Montgomery case, died March 13th. The death is not considered suspicious. She was the girlfriend of Adam. They were living in a car on December 31st when he was arrested in connection with the disappearance of Harmony. He was charged with second-degree assault and endangering the welfare of a child. Now, that's when that interview we just watched. Kayla was later arrested and charged with felony welfare fraud. Crystal, her mother, lost custody in 2018. And that's all they have on her there. I know that her family has spoken out and done interviews kind of saying she was, she was a good person. She was not like him. We are so just distraught that she's even linked to this man. And then the last thing we are going to look at are the police reports from Guilford Street. After watching that, I think that we need a little refresher. I cannot wait for someone to get charged in this. I just cannot wait. I just hope they find Harmony so they can do that. So there's a lot of them. There's several of them. So first one, July 7th, 2019. Caller had friend by yesterday and he won't leave. Alex is the unwanted party. He has a knife and drugs. He trespassed. So they called the police on someone who came over and wouldn't leave. Then there's a domestic violence call that comes in. Male and female fighting inside the house. Caller can hear banging and screaming and kids. Assault in progress. It says event type change from assault in progress to domestic in progress. Guilford Street, search completed. Gray Chrysler parked out front. Female left the house and male began yelling to get back in the house. Check condition of subject. Neighbor concerned about young child living at this address said she thinks the parents are squatting there. They have no electricity. There's a small generator and there's trash everywhere. She's concerned with the child and asked that we check the condition. Sorry, big truck pulling down the driveway. Generator is running, food in the house. They're healthy, all is well. Still working with Demetrius from DCYF. Demetrius, you failed Harmony. I'm sorry. DCYF, you failed Harmony. But because not long after this visit, something happened. 8/5/2019. Harmony was there. Okay, that was the one where they were Adam was talking about the generator. Now we have harassment. So Adam calls on Kevin Montgomery. He says he's been harassing him since he moved out 2 months ago. Caller's phone cut out, didn't know his phone number, blah, blah, blah. He has a doctor appointment. We'll call when he's back. Check security of building. Squatters in the building. The home is up for auction. There is a generator running and trash all over the place. Unknown exactly how many people are there. Getting numerous calls about this, tenant Adam is in the progress of being evicted. His uncle Kevin has been calling in, checking conditions, and harassing him. DCYF has been as well. Animal complaints. Caller said she is concerned that the dog is being abused. When asked about abuse, she hears the people inside yelling at the dog and then the dog yelping and more yelling, and it's an ongoing problem. Then the dog gets put outside. I'm sure he was. If you're abusing your children, you're most likely abusing your animals. Then we have an argument. These are all the police reports just at that one place, Guilford Street. Kevin Montgomery called saying his nephew and his wife weren't letting him in. Lots of screaming. Kevin barged into the house and is flipping stuff around, claiming it's his. He allegedly moved out months ago. He pushed Adam out of the way and told Graham that Adam wasn't going to do anything. Nothing was damaged, but he flipped a bed upside down. He was very hostile. Then check area for problem. Here we go. No, this is not the one I thought, but still, okay. Caller lives in the neighborhood. At 3 a.m., his wife heard music and a lot of talking. This morning, there's been no movement from the house, and the car appears to have been broken into. There are pry marks all over the car. We've dealt with this address quite a bit in the last couple months. Unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Adam called the police again. Damn, he is he's a cop calling little bitch, ain't he? He really is. You're calling on everybody, your neighbors, your friends, Jesus. I certainly would have never been around somebody like that, even in my using days. He called and stated his friend Todd borrowed his Chrysler and has not brought it back and will not answer calls. Check security of the building. Here we go. This is on January of 2020, okay? Building is vacant. Front door has been kicked in. Didn't appear to be anyone in there, but caller wasn't sure. Then the cops come by, says door has not been kicked in. Looks like someone moved out and they left the door open. It was propped open. They were just airing it out. There was a very bad odor. So, I don't know. I got way behind in comments because I couldn't see any of them. So, you're out of the hospital. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Who got arrested again? Kayla? Yeah, I believe she did. They dropped it and then they redid it, I believe. This is clearly an escalatory crime. It all could have been prevented. Yep. Totally agree. You okay, Lips? CPS, DHHS, DHS, DCS, DCYF. Yeah, all of them need help. Anyways, I reckon, y'all, I'm going to go hop in my car and go get some cigarettes. Lips, message me. I have to get in contact with you, Pink Dahlia, and a couple other people. I've got a lot of things going on, actually. I do have a really exciting live planned. I'm going back and doing the original video that we watched to get Slashjacked, and it's now deleted. So we have the only real copy of that. And I thought we could go back through it. It's Candace's interview after Dawn was in jail, and she says a lot. And I thought it'd be really interesting to go back through that, have a few laughs before Dawn gets out. Because I think that's something he's definitely gonna have an issue with. So take care of everyone else first, Kate. I never made it to the shower. Okay, beautiful. I love you guys. I already did, Delana. Actually, right when you said that, I opened it and added you and someone else, it's important, somebody that's in the chat. Who was it, though? Someone else had friend requested me, and I accepted it. Will you go over the water hole stuff with them in Hunter's interview? I'll go over any of it, especially if you wanted to do it with me or whatever. Just talk to me about it I don't know what water hole stuff exactly you're talking about. So when we have a call, you have an awesome day too, Shortcake. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. This was an interview Candace did when Dawn was first in jail. It's an old one. It was deleted actually pretty quickly. I don't even know. This may be the only way Dawn would know about it is from it being over here. We have the full thing. I want mine's refreshed as to what Hunter said. Please. Yes, we can. Yes. Okay. That'd be awesome. Sounds good to me. Okay, Miss Italy. Looking forward to it. All right, you guys, have a great day. Go outside, put your feet in the grass, take a deep breath. If you can't do that, open your window, feel the air. Just remember, sometimes life can feel like you got so much on your shoulders or so much going on, and we need a refresher. Like, we have to be refreshed on that, not to sweat the small stuff, and to really treasure the important moments and the important people, and really let all the unimportant shit go. So don't forget that. I don't know, within maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, depending, it'll be really soon though. Oh, I love you, Incognito Gypsy. All right, you guys have a great day, and I will see you really soon. And yeah, if anything else, always watch the community tab, because if there's updates on other cases, I will put it there. Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you, mods. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you, chat. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon, guys. Bye.